What's up, everybody? What's up, Team Stallions out there? What's up, everybody following our program? We are on yet another interview tour for our nominees. And here we're featuring yet another nominee from the Young CEO category and Hotel of the Year category. This trip took us to ABBEY in Ondo town. I mean, this is ABBEY.
Yeah, this is ABBEY.
This is ABBEY. And we are here chilling with the CEO himself, ABBEY Hotels, and soon to come, Pulse, City Pulse. That is a project ongoing, but we'll unveil that later. So let's get into it. Let's get to meet you.
Okay, bro.
Introduce yourself to our audience.
My name is ABBEY, CEO of ABBEY Hotel. And yeah, that's just about it. My name is ABBEY.
Your introduction short, but you know what? Put all those your what do they call them, qualifications and this thing. This man, I feel well. He loves to read. He go do one masters. He go do this. He go do that. He go do this. Listen, next month now, you will find out saying don't they double name, don't they do one course again. Always running to do courses upon courses upon courses. And he's a shrewd businessman. You don't want to introduce. I will help you. He's a shrewd businessman. He invests in a whole lot of stuff, and although he likes to be coded, but we sabi him. So, ladies and gentlemen, CEO ABBEY Hotels, CEO City Pulse in the building.
Thank you very much, bro.
So, thanks for having us. And thanks for accepting our nomination, by the way. Basically, you know what the Stallions Awards stands for. Is strength, tenacity, focus, and we are celebrating achievement in youth, basically. Most of the categories, you'll see, most of the nominees are youth.
Yeah.
And the young CEO, the youth entrepreneur, female, male, most of the categories are youth. You will not see anybody that's above 45 or 50 above. You will not see. So we're just celebrating people who, at their young age, have done so much for themselves, and they are still doing a whole lot. And that was why we tagged it, celebrating unbridled excellence in youth. So basically, the purpose of this interview is to showcase you to the world, let them know some of the things that they don't know about you. And that's why I'll be asking some questions. So you'll be giving us answers to those questions.
It's alright, bro.
So basically, I've known you to be a businessman for a couple of years now, but would like to hear about your journey. How did you start? And what did you start with? Take us through your journey.
Yeah, okay. Thank you very much. The journey is very long, my brother.
It's long, it gets long. It's always long.
Started from, let me start from my institution, I attended Auchi Polytechnic, and I studied marketing for ND and HND.
Okay.
So while I was in school, during my HND, during my industrial attachment,
Okay.
that is after the
IT,
ND,
yes.
then during the IT, I couldn't find a space, an office where I can be an IT boy. And so my mom took me to a lawyer. And the lawyer was like, okay, I will sign your IT letter. But even though you don't want to come, don't worry.
So you'll be like a ghost IT.
Yes, I'll just sign it so that you can proceed with your HND when you're ready. So after that, because I don't have anything doing, my mom used to send, basically, we are into, my family business is timber.
Oh, yeah.
So my father owns 2 sawmills in Ondo town.
Oh, okay.
And so my mom used to send planks to the east, to the north, and to Lagos. So during my IT, and I was just, there doing nothing. One day she now said, "Okay, can you take this trailer of wood to your sister in Lagos?" Because my sister was also in Lagos, also doing plank business.
Okay.
So my mom would send her plank from here to Lagos, and then she would sell at higher rates, and then she would order from us. So this time around, they said we normally go with a 911 truck.
Yeah.
So that was how I took the first trip. So when you're going on this trip, my mom will give me money to pay on the roads for all these local governments that will stop the truck and ask for money. So out of the money, my mom, it was my elder brother that was doing this business. He would take wood to Kaduna and the east for my mom. So there's a particular amount he used to collect, and that was the exact amount my mom gave me for this trip.
Oh.
So I found out that, let's say my mom gave me 5K to pay people on the road. Yeah. I ended up spending like 500 naira. So I was still having
out of the 5K.
Yes, I was still having like 4,005.
Oh.
And once I land, my sister is also going to pay me a certain amount of money for landing. So I think that was my first experience in money making by myself.
Okay. How old were you this time?
How old? Can I begin to do the math?
Okay, no, maybe not age, but like what class were you?
I was in ND. I was during my IT.
Okay.
During ND and HND.
Okay, you know small again that time.
Yeah, I know small like that. Yeah. So that was the first money I ever made as a, let me say, a businessman or middleman taking wood from London to Lagos.
Okay.
So afterwards, I went back for my HND, and after the HND, I came back home, and I was supposed to wait in Ondo for my call-up letter to go for NYSC. But during that wait, I decided to go to Lagos. So my father is a polygamous man. He had 6 wives.
Whoa!
So I have a lot of
siblings.
I have a lot of step siblings. I have a lot of step brothers, step sisters.
Yeah.
So most of them, and I'm the last born. So at the time, most of them were already established in Lagos, living in their own houses. So I chose one of my favorite step brother, and I went to stay with him. So during that time, instead of staying in Ondo and waiting for call-up letter, I decided to enter Lagos and start looking for a job. So I would go from one office to the other to look for a job. Especially when I'm walking, down the road and I see vacancy, I will just go there. I'll tell them that I have not served yet too. I'm waiting for call-up. So the job I got was with one media firm. That was the first job. And they employed me as a marketer. Okay. So the first day at work, they gave me this bunch of letters. And they gave me addresses in Surulere, Lagos. So this office is situated in Ikeja. I think it's Oshope Plaza. Do you know Oshope Plaza?
I know Oshope.
That was the first office I worked.
Oh.
Yeah. So the office is located in Oshope Plaza, and then they will send me to go and distribute letters in Surulere. So the first day I got to Surulere, I actually loved the atmosphere. I saw for the first time the nationals. No, that wasn't the first time though. But I saw the the first time I saw the national stadium was when we had an excursion from Aushi to Lagos from school. And we didn't stop because we decided we chose National Theatre instead of National Stadium.
Okay.
So we were asked to choose because we were going to the island. We were going to see Apapa and Dangote. At the time, Dangote was only importing cement, bagging it and selling it to Nigeria.
Yeah.
They weren't producing there. So we're going to see how they
How they import.
So that was the first time I saw National Stadium. But this time around, I was able to walk into National Stadium. You know, I was able to see. I saw a lot of sculptures, and I was like, "Wow, this is in Nigeria." You know, I started loving Nigeria more, and I was sent to a lot of places in Surulere that I started knowing all this. I started seeing Ramsey Noah, started seeing all these Desmond Elliot. You know, I started knowing where they hang out and all of that. So at the end of the day, they didn't pay me salary.
Those people.
Yeah, they didn't pay me salary. I only distributed letters. And at the end of the month, they said, all the letters we have distributed, none have paid because they were going to organize the first movie festival. They were going to organize it in.
So that means the company in question is really not an established company. Maybe like a company that wants to have an event and they look for people to employ to help them distribute all this stuff. Because it's something I've done too before. Way back in Lagos. I don't know, maybe it's those kind of companies.
Yeah.
But yeah. So
well, this one, they are a couple, husband and wife.
Oh.
So one of them is like maybe somebody who tried the movie industry but couldn't really get in or get to the top.
Okay.
But still were connected to all the movie stars.
All these stars.
Like Ramsey Noah,
Desmond Elliot,
and all of them. And, you know, back in the day, I'm talking about 2008.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2008.
Yes.
Yeah, so back in the day, they were also still, you know, trying to get a foothold in the industry. So at the end of the month, they told me that, guy, all those letters we distribute, they never come back saying they want showcase because it's in categories. You can advertise in their brochure.
Okay.
That's the red brochure. Or you can have a stand during the festival.
Like a vendor.
Yes, like a vendor. Then there's another category that you can do sponsorship. So they will put you as one of the sponsors. Mm-hmm. So none of those people that I submitted letters to came back to say, okay, I want to be a vendor, I want to be an advertiser. So because of that, they didn't pay me.
Well, that's not supposed to concern you.
But I wasn't bothered anyway. I wasn't bothered. When I got home, I told my stepbrother. My stepbrother was like, the moment you told me they said you should go and distribute letter, I knew they might not pay you, but it's an experience. Mm. So it was about 3 months to my call up. So I decided to spend the rest 3 months because somebody told me that NYSC is like a military ground where they drill you. Mm. You are not going to become military, but they will give you military training. So I started to come back home. I started doing exercise, preparing for my. Okay. You know, I schooled in Edo State.
You still there now, yeah. Ouchie.
I get to my letter, I saw Edo State. I was like, wow. Okay, these people don't want me to leave Edo. So I proceeded to the NYSC camp as everybody. During NYSC, that is when you begin to understand how to feed yourself. Now, it's not how to live alone. You live alone in your institution.
Yes.
But now, in your institution, when your food finish, you call home, right?
They will give you food.
Yeah. But now, you are NYSC, you are serving, and government is paying you. And I was sent to University of Benin, Department of Clinical Pharmacy. That is where I served. University of Benin, Department of Clinical Pharmacy. That was in 2007. So, and NYSC, I can say, is my first year. Because that was the year I had girls coming to meet me to say, can I have a date? Can I take you for lunch?
So, that's the best part.
So if you ask me, NYSC is my best year because then
Anybody listening to you go don't know okay. She don't be saying this man I share like this.
no be so. I'm a Sagittarius queen, so no, I'm a Capricorn,
Okay.
but very close to that Sagittarius.
Yeah.
So I'm not really
Yeah.
you know now, as a guy with the NYSC, we fellow NYSC girl, we fine. We be say big boys don't they
check there, they don't even say yes.
They deal with big boys normally.
Okay.
But he can't see you, he can't tell you say, man, guy, can I take you for lunch? No, she was like, can we go for lunch?
Yeah.
So my next question was like, where? So where she pointed, I can't afford it.
At Mami Market that time, Robbie.
No Mami Market, and now we're already in Benin.
Oh, okay.
Benin
After
City.
camp. Okay.
After camp, we're already 7.
Oh.
I was in clinical pharmacy. Department, Faculty of Pharmacy, University of Benin. That's what I said. So at that time, and I was also the Coppers Welfare Association Financial Secretary. So before any copper in my local government can get his or her allowance, I have to sign. The bank the bank knows my signature.
That's a lot of power.
Yeah, that was powerful.
Yeah.
That year I had 3 girls approach me. One was directly, the other one was through a friend. My friend was checking her like, I want to date you, you're fine.
But she's liking you.
So one day she just opened up to my friend like, brother, I really like you, but
it'd be like saying we don't get some kind of experience. The same kind of experience.
You know that. So the third one, it was at the party. She just came to me and said, you are the only one I want to dance with all night. I was like, okay. So after dancing, getting me excited. How's it gonna be? Like, what's gonna happen? Because she was dancing very naughty, you know?
Yeah.
So I had to ask.
Body.
Do you have a hotel room? Once again, there's a problem because at the time,
I can't afford
it.
Yeah.
But something happened that night. It's an experience.
Let's leave that info and just say that'd be too much info.
Yeah. So after NYC, I came back home and I told my mom that, Mom, I want to go back to that Lagos. I was there pre-NYC. So I want to go back. And my mom told me that, guy, your father has 2 summers in this town. Your father has a lot of cocoa farm. Is it that you tell me you want to go to Owena to take over the cocoa store? Or you want to go to you want to stay in Ondo to take over one of the summers? I've already discussed with your father's first child, who is your stepbrother, and he has agreed that you can take over one of the summers. Well, those 2 options were not appealing to me because I've seen National Theatre, I've seen National Stadium, I've seen.
And I guess you've always had entertainment in your.
I've seen Surulere in Lagos.
Yeah.
You understand? I've lived there. I've seen Ikeja. I've seen Ikeja very well. Like I've seen Okwebi. Even that Rita Meta then, I've seen that place. That between Okwebi and what's the other side called? So I told my mom, my focus is not in that place you are mentioning. Like, they are very great enterprise. Plus cocoa, even now I make money from cocoa right now.
Yes.
I make money from cocoa right now. But I have to go on this journey. And because of that argument, over a week, she fell ill. So she went to the hospital. And while the doctor was testing her and she had high blood pressure, and the doctor was like, "What are you thinking? You have high blood pressure." She now said, "I was there." So she pointed at me direct out. Is this boy? So the doctor was like, "What happened? This boy looked like a gentle boy. So what happened?" So she told the doctor that I finished NYC and now I'm stopping her that I want to go to Lagos. That I want to run to Lagos because she has asked me if I'm going to stay with any of my step siblings. I said no. She said if I'm going to stay with any of our family members there too. I said no. So she asked me where am I going to stay. I said I want to stay with my friends because at the time I had friends who were already working with Access. I had a friend who was already working with Access Bank. It was a year before me in House Poly. He was the one inviting me to Lagos. That guy, come Lagos, you get distinction from school. And these people, not only lower credit, they know they take. Once they see your results, Access Bank will take you that time. They will start with you with 170k. So what are you doing? Start coming. So I told my mom I was going to stay with this my friend. But my mom does not really know him. So she was like, I can't allow you to go and stay with friend. You must stay with either my family member or your father's family member. Which I said no. Because my friend was staying in Mushin. Mushin is very close to Surulere. So I really like Surulere. So I wanted to be very close or inside that Surulere. You know, because the way I see movie stars and all of that was really, really mind blowing for me at the time.
At that time, yeah.
So I told mom.
Now you can pay any of the movie stars to come and twerk in front of me.
So now, my mom now told the doctor, and the doctor was now like, "Boy, where are you going?" Then I told the doctor, my friend, and he said, if I have this set of results, I can get employment directly into Access Bank. I was already working with Access Bank. So the doctor was the one who now advised my mom that this boy is going for a bigger thing. It's bigger than that your husband's somewhere and your husband's cocoa farm. If this boy wants to.
That was your own dream.
You understand? So she now allowed me. But she didn't want me to go. So she gave me 5,000 naira. And then transfer was like maybe 300. So she felt maybe after about a week or two,
I'll run back.
But I ended up staying 3 months. I got there. That was my friend. Benga, that's his name. That's my very good friend. He lives in Canada now. He accommodated me. We waited for the first interview, second interview, third interview at Access Bank. This boy believed that Access Bank is empty. And I already got to the last stage. But there was a twist, I don't know if it's destiny. But at the last stage, we were supposed to meet the Access Bank MD face to face because we have passed through the stages. And we're already employed, but just to meet the MD.
Yeah.
So now, meeting the MD asked me one question. And this question, my friend Benga has taught me, he has given me the answer to this question more than 100 million times. The question was, why do you want to work with Access Bank? And my question, my answer in my heart, the reason why I wanted to work with them was because when I see bankers there, they wear suits, they wear tie, they look good, and that was the answer I gave. I said, because your workers there look beautiful, they look good. I like the way they dress. So the man was like, so you're only interested in the way they dress? I was like, right, really, honestly, I really like the way they dress. And Even my friend, you know, at home, he will wake up in the morning, wear his suit, you know, he look really good. I was
You
like,
were being real, but
I was being real.
you didn't give the answer they wanted to hear.
The answer they wanted to hear was that to contribute to the development
Yeah, all those
of
kind
this
of things, yeah,
company. He has given me the answer, but I didn't remember.
Yeah, because they do good, okay.
So because of that, when he came home, he was looking all down, moody. I was like, what's up now? Because the moment he comes back, you know, he was a bachelor. So the moment he comes back, he will like, Oya Jalo Jamala, Abi Kalo Jerais Lorita Metame, Abi Koko. He was all looking all moody. I was like, Benga, what's up? He was like, after that interview, my boss came in because he was employed in the HR department. He knows everything about their employment. As in, what if we share already? But he said the moment his boss started saying there's one person I am going to remove from that list, that the boy said he likes the way people, the moment the boss said it, he already knew I was the one that said that. Because I used to comment on his dressing. Like, God, the day I will put on this suit, and this tie, oh, more. And that day, I don't meet. Like,
Oh boy.
So, that was the reason why they removed me from the list. I was the only one they removed. So because of that, I think my friend Benga thought that this boy no filmmaker for life. As in, this one a short thing. I don't teach him. I don't dey tell him the answer to this question since more than 3 months. I don't stay with Benga for 3 months. Every morning, Benga is giving me 2K to feed. That's why I didn't even remember my mama for home. I don't go. Understand? At the time, I don't dey Mushin. At the day, that Mushin Orita Meta, that day at the day, till around 1 a.m., 2 a.m. Even Benga said, they feel say, why you go dey hang out food? You know, say Benga na banker. For me, I will go dey hang out for that place 1,000 a day. They shook people for front of me like that. But me, I know they like pass my boundary. I just dey. So Benga was not like, guy. I realized that the following week, Benga told me that he has been transferred to Ibadan. That he has to move from his house. So I called my sister. The last born, they pamper me a lot just because I wanted to experience life myself. So I called my sister and my sister was like, and that Benga's house, do you like the place? I said, sister, I like the show. It's close to Sule. She was not like, talk to Benga now. Tell him that you want to retain that house and the furniture there so that I will send the money to him. So I now went to told Benga. Benga now said, well, it was too late because he had already discussed with the person that was going to replace him in that Lagos. Because it was at the headquarters, Access Bank headquarters of VI. That the person that was going to replace him, he has already given that house to that person. Okay, so we got on the bus on the day my friend was supposed to leave the house. We got on the bus to Oshodi. So before we got to the last bus stop where he's supposed to take a bus to Ibadan, I lighted because there's a small joint down there where I was thinking I was going to spend the night, honestly. Because I had nowhere to go in Lagos. So I was thinking that place, you know, it used to be called Ojurumi. After Ojurumi, there's a small, they used to build all these small houses where boys are no house. So I was planning to sleep there that night. So when I highlighted, my friend was like, yeah, you know reach last bus stop? I was like, no. And here I've been dropped. So when I got to
to Ojuri, and I met the guy that normally entertained me there. All these stouts. So he saw me with the bag. He was not like, "Guy, should be loving soon lálẹ́ yìí." So I was like, "Bros, what do you get me? If you be saying that, yeah, I'm sleeping." Oh, I did with my bag. It was not like, if you go sleep there, you must tie down your bag, join your neck, so that anybody who won't collect anything from inside bag, he must to kill you first. So I now laughed. I was not like, "Should there's a small bench there. This place is occupied or available." So I used to hang out there, so I know the way they relate. So it was not like, you can sleep there, no alarm. So I said, okay. So I was just sitting there drinking something, because my sister had already sent me to go and lodge in the hotel, ending the time I would get a place. But I know lodging in the hotel would take all the money, so I didn't want to lodge. I prefer sleeping in that place and lodging in the hotel. So as I was drinking my beer, I remember that I had this friend from ND days in Oshikoli. His name is Collins. He used to tell me that his father has a house in Sule, and his father was late. So I looked through my phone, I saw his phone. And the first thing I told him was that, "Collins, I am homeless in Lagos." That was the first thing I told him. And his reply was, "Abbey, you can't be homeless. My father has a house in this land. Where are you?" So I told him, "I'm in Osho." He said, "Take bus going to Surulere. Drop at the last bus stop, I'll pick you there." So that was how I didn't end up sleeping in the house. So when I got to Surulere, my friend took me to his house. A better place, very big room, lovely environment. I remember that street, that's James Robertson Street, Surulere. So I was in James Robertson Street with Collins, and we were living, friends from ND days, now Shikuli. So already now, Collins did not come back for HIV. So it's already now, Collins was working as a teacher in one of the schools around Sweden. So we're vibing cool, very cool. So a month after, I got a job with Starcoms. That was when Starcoms, Multilinks, CDM, that was the time it came out. And we were supposed to be as marketers to reach out to the distributors and link the distributors directly to suppliers. I will give them discounts and all of that. So we were going to meet distributors. And then I was taken to Festa. After Festa, there's another satellite town, then international market, no, before Alaba, there's an international market before Alaba. That's where the really selling food is. Then to Alabra and to Badagry. I was coming from Festa, Agboju, down to Badagry. So we were asked to cover all the Starcoms distributors. We started meeting the big boss. Somebody will tell us, can you, as sitting down here, can you call supplier that will give me 3,000 bottles today? We'll make a call because we have the list of suppliers and suppliers will supply. So we are really a business. We were supposed to have us for 3 months, then we extended it to 6 months. But after 6 months, they made us. It's still a long. Look at us.
Before you have any other questions.
So to cut the long story short, I ended up working at an optical center in Lagos, in a company that sells photocopy machines, multifunctional copiers, to working with a company that sells air conditioners, TVs, Panasonic, and all that.
Same company or different company?
I was moving like from after the 6 months ended, I went into Sanjato Optical Sector, owned by the first female medical doctor in Nigeria. That's another story. I won't go there. So after working there, I resigned myself, and I wanted to join my boys that were buying cars on the street. So I resigned my job to join my friends.
So I realized that there's a lot of people in Akure and a lot of ballers. So I decided to like come up with this idea to have a lounge with a open top roof, penthouse, 24 hours lounge. So that's what we're building in Akure right
That
now.
will make it the first 24 hours lounge. I don't think I've seen a 24 hours lounge before in Nigeria, sir.
Yeah, so that's the first 24 hours lounge in Akure and the whole of Nigeria, according to Prodigy.
Yes, because I've not seen any. Anyway,
So right now we're building City Pulse, Adegbola, Akure, and it's gonna be on, the ground floor is lounge and bowling, any type of bowling. The first floor is lounge, any type of bowling. Then the second
Events.
floor is the penthouse, is the open space for anybody that likes open space kind of group.
chilling.
So there's gonna be a lot of like my own favorite space, that open space. So right now we're on the second floor, we're on the first floor, and the building is ongoing by competent engineers. So that's where we are now. Right?
So that's impressive. You see, the Odogus, the big men, they're always doing stuff, project after project. And that's it. For our last question, you were nominated for 2 categories in the awards. And now, as we've been telling all the CEOs we've been meeting, apart from the fact that, okay, maybe you know any one of the team, and I'm not putting myself on the spot right now. How is CEO ABBEY Hotels supporting Stallions Awards?
CEO ABBEY Hotel is deeply involved. It's like my project because Prodigy is my brother. And one thing I love about Prodigy is that whatever he does it not perfectly. Nobody is perfect.
Nobody is perfect.
But he does it in a way that you as a guest, you will feel like a king. So on the day of this award, I'll be coming with Engineer Abiola. Is someone that has invested a lot in real estate in Lagos State, and now he's in Akure. And I'll be supporting this cause with a sum of 5 million naira.
Hey! You heard that? You heard that? You heard that? You heard that?
Yeah, because
CEO ABBEY Hotels, 5 million to Stallions Awards. No big beans, so even beans they take time to cook.
that's all.
Get familiar.
So Stallions
We appreciate
Awards, Ado Ekiti. Now collect visitor that day. Oh. I'm coming with my full squad, okay?
We appreciate you, bro. And to all the youth out there, all the young youth coming up, at least you can pick 1 or 2 things from this man right here. He started from this guy. He had it rough. You listen to all the story. We're still going to do a full documentary, like we said.
Yeah.
He had it rough, but he came out and he is the CEO of ABBEY Hotels that we're talking about today. And he deserves to be celebrated. This is the excellence we are talking about. And this is what we are celebrating at Stallions Awards. Stallions Awards, December 7, Ado Ekiti, Midas Hall. We are shutting down. That is official.
No be the first time we dey shut down my dance.
No, you don't think, bro.
Don dey shut down tey. So make una watch out.
Oh yeah, nah.
Mad shutdown.
See you happy hotel. Say so. Gang.
Mad shutdown.
And we out.
Yes, so.